Good afternoon, it's me Priyanka Guru. Today I am going to critically explore digital disruption in the experience economy with a specific focus on tourism, hospitality, and events. This topic is practically relevant because experience based industries are no longer shaped only by physical service delivery. Instead, they are increasingly influenced by digital technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotic, and the metaverse, which are fundamentally transforming how experiences are designed, delivered, and observed. Throughout this presentation, I will apply entrepreneurship and innovation theory supported by three real world case studies to critically assess both the opportunity and challenges digital disruption creates for experience based businesses. Digital disruption refers to the process by which new digital technologies and business models fundamentally reshape existing industries. In the context of hospitality and tourism, this disruption does not simply change operational process, it reshapes how values is created and experienced. This is practically important in the experience economy, where consumers increasingly prioritize emotional engagement, memory creation, and personal meaning rather than purely functional services. As Pine and Gilmore argue, experience represent a distinct economy offering separate from goods and services. The core arguments of this presentation is that digital description acts as a form of entrepreneur innovation, enabling both incumbents and new entrants to redesign experience, create new business models, and access global markets. However, this description also introduces significant risks related to ethics, inequality, technology dependence, and workforce transformation. To explore these arguments, I will first outline key theoretical perspectives, then analyze three case studies: Hilton Hotel, Yotel, and Millennium Hotel and Social, before concluding with sector wide implication. According to Pine and Gilmore, the experience economy suggests that economic value has evolved from commodities and service towards staged experience. These experiences are memorable, emotionally engaging, and often co-created between provider and consumer. In hospitality and tourism, this means that hotels and destinations to longer compete solely on price or efficiency, but on storytelling, enforcing, and personalization. Experiencing become central to brand identify and competitive advantage. Digital technologies increasingly meditate this experience. Mobile apps, AI driven personalization, virtual tour, and immersive environments shape how guests engage before, during, and after consumption. As a result, experience creation is no longer bound by physical space or time, opening new entrepreneur possibilities. However, this shift also raises questions about authenticity, inclusion, and whether digital meditate experience enhance or replace physical reality. From an entrepreneurship perspective, digital disruption aligns closely with Schumpeter's concept of creative disruption, where innovation dismantles existing structures and replaces them with new form of value creation. Digital platform automation and immersive technologies describes traditional hospitality model by altering how experiences are produced, how customers interact with brands, how revenue is generated. Importantly, disruption is not limited to startups. Incubation firms such as global hotel chain increasingly adopt incremental and innovation to defend their market position. However, digital disruption is uneven. Early adopter often gain competitive advantage while late adopter risks marginalization. This creates power imbalance within the sector, particularly affecting small and independent operators. Here is the theoretical framework. According to the Mayo et al. Introduced the concept of synthetic reality, which focus on the technology construction of experience. Synthetic reality refers to how digital tools such as artificial intelligence, virtual reality, robotics, and metaverse platform are used to design and enhance consumer experience. Here is some example, which is AI power service, VR destination pre-reviews, robotic service delivery, virtual hotels and events. From an entrepreneur perspective, synthetic reality enable scalability, standardization and personalization at a level previously impossible in physical only environment. However, synthetic reality prioritizes design and efficiency, sometimes at the expenses of emotional authenticity and human interact, which are core to experience-based industries. In contrast, hyperreality focus on how consumer prescribe and interpret digital experience. Hyperreality occurs when digital constructed experience feel as real as or even more appealing than physical reality. For example, a virtual destination or hotel may appear more desirable than its real world counterpart due to idealized visuals, gamification, and social validation. This has significant implication for tourism and hospitality entrepreneurship. If virtual experience shape expectation more strongly than physical experience, business must carefully manage the gap between representation and reality. Hyperreality also raises ethical concern practically around manipulation, exclusion, and unrealistic consumer expectation. Here is my case one, which is about the Hilton Hotel, which provide an example of incumbents lead digital disruption. The company has implemented AI power service, customer service chatbots, AI driven marketing campaigns, and Windows AI kitchen technology. These initiatives allow Hilton to enhance personalization, reduce operational waste, and improve efficiency at scale. For example, AI driven marketing has delivered double digital revenue growth, while AI kitchen system has reduced food waste by over 60% in some properties. Hilton demonstrate how digital disruption can be integrated into existing business model rather than completing replacing them. Critically, Hilton approach represents incremental innovation rather than radical disruption. The company uses digital technologies to reinforce its existing market dominance, raising barriers to entry for smaller competitors. While efficiency and personalization improve, challenge remain. This include high implementation cost, data privacy risks, ethical consent related to AI decision making, and the need for continuous staff training. For an entrepreneur perspective, Hilton illustrates how incumbents can observe descriptive technologies to maintain control rather than allowing descripts to democratize the market. Here is my case two about the Yotel robotic and automation, which Yotel adopts a more experimental approach to digital description through robotics and automation. At Yotel Bochum, the Yo2D2 robot butler delivers items autonomously, interact with guests, and provides a motivate experience. Other Yotel properties use robots for luggage storage and delivery alongside mobile check-in, smart beds, and self-service cabins. This approach positions technology as part of the experience itself, not only a back-end efficiency tool. The critical analysis of Yotel strategy reflects entrepreneurial differentiation. Robotics create a unique brand, identify and attract curious consumers. However, the raised concern about long-term value. Not all guests respond positively to robotic interaction, and technical failures can disrupt service deliver. Additionally, robotic may reduce human labor opportunity, raising ethical questions about employment in experience-based industries. Here is my case three about Millennium Hotels and social in Decentraland represents a more experimental virtual first form of entrepreneurship. The project allows users to explore a virtual hotel, interact with avatars, earn digital rewards, and redeem them in physical locations. This initiative expands brand presence into a global, accessible digital environment without physical travel, aligning with emerging metaverse business models. It also demonstrates how hospitality brands can engage consumer during pre-trip and post-trip stays. M-Social reflect radical experimental, but its long-term commercial viability remains uncertain. There are a vague risks because the rules are unclear. Not many consumers are using it at, and it's unclear how to make money from it. Nevertheless, it illustrates how digital description can decouple hospitality experience from physical infrastructure, creating new form of value creation. Here is the comparing the three cases highlighting different entrepreneur response to digital description. Hilton represents incumbent lead effective. Yotel demonstrates experimental differentiation. Amsocial reflect virtual first innovation. Together, they show that digital description is not a single pathway, but a range of strategies shaped by organizational size, risk tolerance, and market positioning. Here is the opportunity from the digital description, which is changing the way hospitality and tourism deliver experience. Companies can now offer highly personalized and immersive experience for their guests. At the same time, virtual and hybrid model create new revenue opportunity. Tools like blockchain make system more secure and transparent, supporting this digital revenue. The metaverse and immersive technology let people access destination remotely, reaching audience beyond traditional travel. Alongside this, operational efficiency and data-driven decision help businesses run smarter and respond faster to customer needs. Altogether, these innovations are reshaping how experiences are created, delivered, and monetized. Here is the challenge and risks about the digital disruption, which bring a range challenges for hospitality and tourism businesses. High technology cost can make it difficult for smaller companies to adopt new tools. At the same time, data security and privacy concerns are a major risk when using AI and digital platforms. Business also face problems from over-reliance on technology, which can disrupt service if systems fail. Skill gaps and workforce resistance are common as staff may struggle to adapt to new digital tools. AI also introduce ethical and cultural risks such as bias or insensitivity. Finally, unclear regulation and compliance issues create uncertainty for innovation like blockchains, metaverse initiatives. This challenge so that while digital technology offer great opportunity, companies need careful planning, training, and governance to use them successfully. Here is the implication for hospitality and tourism, whose digital discourse is also driven significantly change in business model across hospitality. Online travel agency and platform like Airbnb are transferring the traditional hotel model by connecting travelers directly with hosts, creating more flexible and personalized options. At the same time, AI and analytics are helping businesses deliver smoother, tailored guest experience while effective operation and resource allocation. This improve efficiency and allow for more personalized service. However, this change also require a workforce transformation. Employees need new digital skills to manage technology effective from AI tools to automated systems. Finally, a growing reliance on dominant platform can create market imbalance, concentrating power among a new few major players and potentially limiting opportunity for smaller operators. Here is the best practice example, like several companies illustrate how digital disruption is reshaping hospitalities and related service. Marriott uses AI to optimize discount, personalized suggestion, and loyalty initiative which help increase guest satisfaction. Hilton has experimented with a virtual hotel, allowing potential guests to explore the property digitally before booking, boosting engagement and pre-trip interaction. Airbnb has revolutionized hospitality by connecting travelers with local hosts, offering flexible, personalized accommodation options that challenge traditional hotels. Similarly, Uber transformation by providing a based on demand rides with real-time tracking and dynamic pricing, creating a seamless, customized experience for user. These examples show that digital technology are enabling businesses to innovate, personalize experience, and create new business model in both hospitality and travel. In conclusion, digital disrupts is fundamentally reshaping the experience economy by changing how experiences are created and monetized. While technologies such as AI, robotic, and the metaverse offer powerful entrepreneurial opportunities, they also introduce significant social, ethical, and economic challenges. Ultimately, successful experience based entrepreneurship depend not on technology alone, but on how effective it is integrated into meaningful, inclusive, and memorable experience. Thank you. And here is the reference list where I get this all the information, and you can see from this reference list. Thank you.